Anthony Hartwig here with a Louisville girls basketball player profile. I am joined by Brooke Haren Jr. and one of the leaders of this team, and really someone that is riding high off a buzzer beater on YSN. That's one of the reasons why we reached out to her so quick. So we're going to start with just reliving that moment, what it was like, what was going through your mind with 5 seconds left, down by two, and what that moment was like.
Before that, we had a timeout. Taryn was going to the free throw line. She had one more free throw left. And we knew who we wanted to foul, and we executed that perfectly. And she happened to miss the free throw, which we were obviously praying for. And Taryn got the rebound. Delaney got it off a pass. Taylor passed it. And once I got the ball, I heard three, and I realized we have 3 seconds. So I knew one dribble, and I was pulling it up, trying to get the best shot I could. And to be honest with you, once it left my hands, it felt pretty good. I knew that I got a pretty good shot off, and once I saw it go in, I couldn't believe it went in. And to be honest with you, Miss Kudo was there, and it was her first game of the year, and to be able to get that win for her was amazing. And to celebrate with my teammates and my coaches, it's an unforgettable moment that I'll never forget. But it's just amazing, and it's still a dream to me. But I keep reliving it. But it's just an amazing thing. I can't. There's no words can describe it.
Now you get a lot of the limelight because, of course, you're the one that hit the shot. But like you said, you had to have a teammate grab the rebound, get the pass, and then another pass to you. I mean, what does that say about this team that they're able to execute in a very high pressure situation like that? Not just yourself hitting the shot, but your teammates getting the ball to you as well.
Right. I mean, it's a five-player game. There's no I in team, and to be honest with you, the whole game was a team effort. I got in foul trouble early, and I knew my teammates had my back. T and Courtney were knocking down shots. Delaney, I was kept telling everybody she had a block party underneath. She was rebounding, and in that last 5 seconds, four different girls touched the ball and had an impact. And that shot wouldn't have happened if not all those girls would have done the right thing at the right time. So yeah, that shot was the big memorable thing, but so many other girls had a huge impact on that night. And I have to say I have the best teammates in the world.
You play other sports too. Is there any better feeling than a buzzer beater? We were talking about this on the show today. Is there any other
Ooh,
better feeling?
for, for me, no. The buzzer beater is probably one of the best moments I've experienced. Any big moment like that in basketball to me, but the buzzer beater, yeah, can't top that.
It looked like you kind of knew it was going in off the hands. I could tell you like starting to walk a little bit towards the bench. Did you feel it off the hand that like this was a pretty good shot of going in?
Yeah, I felt like I knew I had 3 seconds. I got that dribble and I set my feet really good. So it felt like a really clean shot. And once I saw it halfway, I was like, I think this baby's got a chance of going in. And I think I had a really good shot on that. I was like, and then once I saw it go, and I just went crazy. I just wanted to hug my teammates and just celebrate because it felt good. And I felt like I had a good shot. I didn't rush it. I took as much time as I could with as much time that I had. And once I saw it go, and I was just so relieved.
To add to that, you are able to do it at home, which leads into the next question. What was it like to have that moment with the fans of Louisville? We know they support you guys so well with the Louisville community.
Oh, it was huge. We have one of the best fan section in the county and maybe even the state, I'd say. And the biggest fan there that was there that night was Miss Kudo.
Mhm.
Again, she hadn't been to a game all year, and she was there. And no matter win or loss, I knew she'd be proud of us. But when I hit that shot, obviously I celebrated with my team, but I knew I had to run over and give her a hug because I felt like she had a part in that. The biggest thing that I'm gonna always remember is once that shot went in was obviously hugging my teammates and my coaches, but to hear the Louisville fans just erupt, it's a memorable thing, and I'll never forget it in my 4 years of playing here.
All right, so you bring up Miss Kudo, which is another topic that we have to talk about because not just has this program wrapped their arms around her, but the whole school. We saw the fundraiser in the preseason with the boys program. What's it mean to you to go to a school that is like that and a community that is like that that just wraps their arms around people that are also in the community?
It's an amazing feeling. I've seen it multiple times. I've lived in Louisville my entire life, and I've seen it multiple times with multiple families. And it's just amazing to know that no matter what anyone's going through, this community is willing to give whatever they can and wrap their arms in full support whenever. You know, when this news came, it was a huge shock to all of us, but we knew that this community would come together. We had about a week for that Kudo Strong event, and the amount of people that came together to come and get it going, the baskets, we had over 50 baskets. all the fans that were there for her. It was just an amazing feeling to know that this amazing family had so many people behind them because they have given so much to this town. And to know that we have that support, it was just amazing for them.
All right, so let's talk about Coach Kudo. Obviously, we all heard the story last year. He gets a phone call on a golf course
Yeah.
late in the process, and yeah, you got to come, Coach. Okay, I'll do it.
Mhm.
Here in his second year in his kind of revitalized career with you guys, what's it meant to you to have him as a coach and his staff as a coach for you?
It's actually crazy. He actually coached my mom in softball, so I'd always heard stories about him and how a great coach he was. And when I heard he got the coaching job, I knew I was just so lucky to be able to play for a man like him. Um, he's a great coach, but he's just a great human being. He's taught me so much about basketball, but more about life lessons. He doesn't just preach basketball; he preaches things that you can carry on into life when basketball is no longer a part of my life as a player. Um, and to play for him, I'm just so lucky and honored. And he brings great people also with his assistant coaching, Coach Swope and Coach Layton. He just brings in the right people. And yes, they're great coaches, but they're great men at the same time. And they're idols to me. And I know I can look up to them if I ever need anything outside of basketball. I know they're always there. And just to play for him, I mean, it's an honor. I call him, he's a Louisville legend. He's coached almost every sport that I can imagine in Louisville. And I'm just so grateful that I get the opportunity to play for him, especially with what's going on right now with his family, for him to come and still be able to coach us.
What are some of those things that you talked about that he's taught you about life outside of basketball and what you're going to be able to experience once basketball is over for you?
Yeah, the biggest thing he always says to us is, basketball is just a part of what we do, and it's how we carry ourselves outside. Yes, basketball matters when we're in the gym, in the closed doors, when we're playing the games, but how we carry ourselves outside of the gym is really what matters. That we go to school, we attend class. I mean, he was an English teacher, so he's always correcting us at practice if we use the wrong English terms, but just there's more to basketball. We always say it's bigger than basketball, especially what's going on with Miss Kudo, but he just teaches us how to be great women. And when we'll have games late nights, he goes, make sure you guys go up to school. You say hi to everybody. You appreciate, you say thank you. Just, he's the great person to have as a role model because he carries himself the way he preaches it. So that's what I would say is the best thing he's taught me.
All right, on the court, what do you think is the thing that he's helped you with most on your game?
My defense, obviously I like to score offensively, and my freshman year I had to learn how to play defense against girls that were probably 3 years older than me. But when he came in, he knew that I could just reach a higher level offensively and defensively. And we always say we can break through the sky. There's always a glass and we can break through it. And he's just elevated my game defensively, with ball pressure, becoming more confident in myself with my feet and my speed work. And we really worked on that in the off season, as well as my three. I didn't shoot it a lot last year, but he's helped build that confidence in me, and he'll stay and he'll rebound for me in the summer. And I'm grateful that he is willing to take that time to push me to get better.
All right, so you're an upperclassman now. It's your junior year. And with all the seniors that left last season, there was a little bit of a leadership void that I'm sure you've been asked to kind of fill a little bit. What kind of leadership responsibilities have you taken on this year to be a more active leader of this team?
I think that as a younger kid last year, I was, an underclassman still as a sophomore. I always led by example. And I think that's what the best leaders do is they lead by example. But now it's kind of being more of a voice. We do have some young girls still with not as much varsity experience. So it's kind of taking them under my wing, help build confidence in them, kind of take them under the ropes, help them learn a little bit, but also be the voice of that team. When things aren't going our way, I have to be able to push us and give some confidence, but also be like, hey, guys, this isn't the right way. We need to fix this. But just use my voice a little more, but also you still have to lead by example in the same way.
All right, so all those seniors, we had a chance to talk with all of them last year. We got really a good understanding of how good of leaders they were. What do you think is the biggest thing they taught you about being a leader, being able to play with them for a couple of years?
Never be afraid to voice your opinion. They always knew when to step in and say, hey guys, we got this. It's okay. calm down. We're good. That's the biggest thing that they gave to me was confidence. I was still young and still trying to figure my way on the varsity floor, but they always said, Brooke, you got this. Have confidence in yourself. We're going to come together as one and we're going to get this done. And I mean, we miss their presence on the floor, but we're learning to adapt without them right now and fill those voids. But that was the biggest thing. They always gave me confidence and always found a way to boost me up whenever I was down.
We've also seen them at a couple of games supporting you guys. A handful of them that are able to make it. What's it mean to you that they're seniors that don't just graduate and then leave the program? Like they graduate, but they still care about the success of you guys. They care about the success of the players they played with, and they're feeding into the program even after they graduated.
Oh, it means the world to us. I played 2 years with them, some three. Some girls had played three with them. But, my teammates are my best friends. I spend every day with them, even though sometimes we might go out at practice and we compete with each other. We always know how to have fun. And the fun times or memories that I wish we could still have with each other. I miss them a lot, but I know they're doing great things in college, and I'm super proud of them and just super glad to have them in my life. And I still talk to them about basketball all the time. They'll wait and talk to me, and just again bringing that confidence to me, saying, Brooke, it's okay. You did a good job. This is, and just kind of coaching me through the game a little bit, especially Kelsey. She's in college now, so me and her still talk a lot about her experience and just what she sees from me and what I could do better on. And I just truly appreciate the relationships I have with them.
We're talking about all these leaders in your life. Who are some of your personal role models that you've carried with you along in your career?
Oh, yeah. I've had a lot of people that have influenced, but my biggest ones are my parents. Without them, I wouldn't be the player or the woman I am today. My dad and me just have a special relationship. My dad always preached to me that you walk on the floor the same way you walk off. And my dad's been my role model since I was little because he's like my mentor in basketball. We're always watching film together. We're always talking about things. And, he always celebrates my victories. But at the same point, he knows how to coach me and say, hey, you did this good, but we still got to get better and we still got to strive for more. And my mom's just my biggest fan. She's always yelling. If you hear someone screaming in the stands, it's always my mom. And I just have the best support system in the world, and I couldn't be more blessed to have them.
Growing up, were there any basketball players you watched on TV or in the national realm that you thought, hey, I can play like her, or I can play like him, or I want to model my game after them?
Oh, my biggest one was LeBron James. My dad showed me from him from day one, just being big like him, being strong, going to the hole, and Kobe and Michael Jordan were the other two. Just their mentalities, just being mentally tough and not letting people phase me. But my the girl one was Diana Taurasi. My dad, I'm a big UConn fan, so we used to watch her, and then watching her play in the WNBA now, just the mental toughness is the biggest thing I take away from professional athletes and how mentally tough they are, and in game, in their warm ups, just seeing how they prepare and how they execute in the game.
You get a chance to see this in all three seasons, but Louisville really pours into their girls programs. It's unique. It's not everywhere. Some programs kind of you get forgot about if you're a female athlete. What does it mean to you as a female athlete to be at a school and to be at a community that does pour into you, not just as athletes but as people?
Oh, it's amazing. We get almost everything the guys do. We have three shooting guns at our school. We use them just as much as the guy use them. We have the same equipment as them. We always joke. There's sometimes in the summers where I'll be working out and the boys are in there, and Coach Siegfried will be like, "Brooke, do you want to jump in?" I hesitate sometimes to say yes because I'm worried they're gonna hurt me, but we all come around each other, and it's basketball, and we all share the same love for the game, and we're all willing to help each other out when needed, and that's what this community is about. It doesn't matter if you're a girl or a guy. We just want to see each other strive and be great. And the boys made a great tournament run last year, and I wanted to be able to do the same thing at some point in my career. So whatever we can do to help each other, that's what we're about here at Louisville.
So many successful athletes in Louisville, and I asked this question to a lot of players that are in school systems like that have so many successful athletic programs. If you had to pick one athlete, it could be a boy, it could be a girl, it could be any sport that you have to get an autograph from before you leave Louisville. Like, I got to get an autograph because they're going to be great at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
What athlete are you choosing?
Right now, I'm gonna have to go with Will Jancic. He just hit his 1,000th He's very close to having the career, and I think that kid's gonna have a great career at Finland. You know, he's a great athlete. He's a hard worker. You know, a lot of people don't see the work he puts in behind closed doors, and I think he's gonna do some great things in the rest of his basketball career.
We'll have to set that up for you. We'll get you that autograph. Don't worry. Um, when you look at your teammate, now let's talk about your locker room. Who are some of the girls that you've really gotten to know because of basketball that you think maybe without basketball you wouldn't have had as much of a chance to grow a relationship with?
The biggest one for me is Courtney Barwick, our sharpshooter. She's a sophomore this year. Basketball brought us together. You know, I didn't really know Courtney until basketball. We played for the same AAU organization, but you know, my freshman year, she was kind of tentative, or my sophomore year, she was a freshman, and she was kind of tentative, and I knew how she felt, so me and her kind of bonded, and we always shot together. And now, you know, we compete at practice, we make fun of each other, but you know, she's one of my best friends, and she has the same goals that I have, and we know how to push each other, but also have fun at the same time. And I just don't think without basketball we would have ever met. And just to have someone that has the same aspirations and goals as you is just an amazing thing. And she's a great human being, and I just love having her as a teammate and a friend.
We always do rapid fire questions before we let our players go, and it's Christmas season, so this
Okay.
one's going to be a little bit of holiday theme. The first one I'm going to ask, if I don't know if you guys do see Secret Santa, but if you do, or if you were to, what teammate do you think would give you the best gift?
Actually, it's funny you say that. We do Secret Santa. I think that Sammy Beatty, who's one of our freshmen, would give a pretty good gift because she owns one of our local sporting apparel. I think she'd give a pretty good gift for Secret Santa.
All right, obviously, we're not going to ask about your Secret Santa this year. That is a top secret in
Secret.
the envelope thing. But in the past Secret Santas, what have been some of the good gifts that you've been able to give?
So a big one I did the one year was we did like this movie pack. So we bought like a four at the special Tinseltown where you get the reclining seats. I bought a huge candy pack. You had a blanket, and it was just a night where you can go out with family or friends. And we bought you a movie, and you could just go relax in the reclining chairs, have a nice blanket, and a bunch of candy.
All right, one of the most widely debated questions during Christmas season is when is it acceptable to start playing Christmas music? In your household, when is it acceptable to start playing Christmas music?
Ooh, I'm a big Mariah Carey fan, and I try to get Coach Layton to play it for me at practice, and he wouldn't play it for me until after Thanksgiving. So I'm thinking right around Thanksgiving time, but definitely after Thanksgiving time.
But you definitely hit it before because you're just
Oh
that big
yeah,
of a fan.
for sure. I'm trying to hit my vocals like Mariah Carey sometimes.
Oh, that's hard. Don't be breaking no glass like that.
Oh, I know. It might not sound very good, but I try.
What's your favorite Christmas character? There's so many characters in movies, and you know, what do you think your favorite Christmas character is?
Oh, Elf for sure. If you want a quick laugh, I always turn on Elf. He just never fails to make me laugh. You know, he's just so jovial, and I call it he's like a stupid dumb character, but he's just every move he does, you can never expect what he's gonna do, and it just makes me laugh, and I cry laughing with my friends all the time watching it.
What is your favorite childhood Christmas memory?
The first when I my dad so one morning he's like, I think there's a big present outside, and my dad had bought our first big 10-foot hoop when I was about 8. And he's like, this is going up in the spring, and we're going to get up a lot of shots. And it's the same hoop I've had ever since that day. And that's the best moment of my life for Christmas.
All right. Before we let you go, I do want to give you the chance to once again thank your support system. I know you gave them a little bit of a shout out earlier, but all the people that are there for you, all the people that have been there for you, and all the people that you know are in your corner, give them a shout out before we let you go.
Oh, yes. I just want to thank, you know, all the coaches, the trainers, the AU coaches, especially the Louisville fans, my teammates, and especially my family for their constant support and my dreams and my goals and just being there for me no matter what. And I'm so lucky to have them in my life. And I just couldn't dream of a better life without them. And just so grateful, blessed.
All right, Brooke, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today and talking to us about your season and the wonderful moments that you're going to have in the future. We can't wait to cover you the rest of your career, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Yes, thank you.